Programa Institucional de Inglés.
Hi guys, my name is Julián Núñez and I am your English tutor during this pre-intermediate 2 level. And we are going to talk about communication. Communication that this time is very important and is online communication. Okay? So let's check the next word, netiquette. What ideas come to your mind when we have the word netiquette? Have you heard before etiquette? Okay? Yes, when we listen to the word etiquette, what we think or the ideas that come to our mind is things or polite ways to behave. For example, in the restaurants we have etiquette. In the school we have etiquette. So we have to follow some specific rules to have a good behavior. And when we put together the word network with etiquette, here comes the word netiquette. Is network etiquette or online etiquette. Now let's focus on a specific way to communicate online, that is the emails. Right now people is working in their houses by home office. So imagine the importance of this topic. When you see the word do, okay, in this case, is like we are saying something that is correct, something that is allowed to do, okay? So we are going to call it netiquette do's, things we can do. So let's start with the first one. Keep your email short. Imagine, in these times, we have a lot of things to do. A lot of people is sending emails. If we send a very long email, and it doesn't have to be like that, people can lose time. Imagine like, I don't know, a teacher of yours or an important business person. They have thousands of emails to read. So the best way to communicate is in a short way and a concrete way. Check the message before you send it. Okay? Sometimes we are in the rush. We are not with a lot of time. Remember that this online communication is with a screen to another screen. We don't recognize the voice tone. We don't know if people is joking. Sometimes that happens also by chatting or texting in the cell phone. People don't check, and if you don't understand the idea, you can generate a problem. Check your spelling. Guys, this is very important. Actually, that happened to us in this class because sometimes we think the word exists or we invent a word in Spanglish, but the spelling is the correct way to write English. Even if we are talking about online communication, there is no reason for a poor spelling. Fill in the subject line. Subject in an email, we know it in Spanish like asunto. So sometimes if you send an email, that help other people to find it in the search line so they can find for your email in a fast way. Or also, if it doesn't have a subject, some people can think that they are spams. Talking about number 5, include a signature to every message. Guys, it's very important that every email you send has a signature that includes your name, your email address, okay, like the normal one from your house, office, and also if you want, you can also include information like your telephone number. Netiquette don'ts. When you see the word don't, we are talking about things that are incorrect to do. In emails, it is incorrect to use all capital letters. So we have don't use all. Okay? All means that every single word is in capital letter. Capital letters are important. You use it in proper names, after a period, etc. But some people are used to write messages like this. For example, if you read this in an email, how would you think it would sound to a person that knows this rule? Normal, like, teacher, I had a problem, I didn't do the homework, I didn't have time. No, unfortunately, for people that know this kind of rules, it can be rude. Rude, okay, is like not nice at all. If you send me an email with all capital letters, I would read this like, teacher, I had a problem. I didn't do the homework. I didn't have time. Imagine that. Very different, right? So it's important to pay attention and not use all capital letters. Now, this is very, very important. Remember that in the emails, we have the CC copy. That is the old word for carbon copy, okay? So, long time ago, people, when they wrote letters, they use a carbon paper to have a copy. In the emails, we have the CC, okay? It's a carbon copy, so we have to pay attention not to send a message to a person you don't want to. Or when you reply, be careful to not reply all if your message is just directed to one specific person. Don't send emails when you are angry or upset. Yes, angry, okay, or upset. What happens? We call this flame. What's flame? Flame, have you seen the movie Hercules? The bad guy is Hades. Hades, every single time that he gets angry, he flames, okay? So, if you're angry, sometimes you cannot think clearly and you can send messages that you can regret later. So, it's important to breathe, stay calm, and after being okay, you can reply an email. Number 9, don't think email is private, okay? Remember that everything that is on the web will stay on the web all the time. Don't send messages that can affect your privacy or they can affect your person. So it's important to be careful with pictures, with messages that can be like with a screenshot and everybody can see what you sent. Remember, email is something that will stay there forever. Okay guys, with this we finished the idea of working with Netiquette. So as you can see, if we use the Netiquette correctly, we can express and communicate in a good way. I hope that with this video you have learned a little bit more about how to write a correct email. So remember to follow the do's and try to avoid the don'ts. Don't forget to follow all the good way to communicate clearly and correctly. See you soon.
Programa Institucional de Inglés.